everyday habits that are actually sign of low self-awareness. The biggest characteristic of people with low self-awareness is that they can never empathize with your perspective. When you're talking about logic, they're hearing emotions. When you're discussing structure, they're thinking, "Are you looking down on me?" When you're presenting facts, they're imagining, "Are you trying to show off?" Communicating with people of low awareness is enormously draining because you're simply not on the same wavelength. You try to reason, they play the emotion card. You analyze cause and effect. They ask if you're being too cold-blooded. Eventually, you have to give up the conversation because you realize that trying to awaken a mind without self-reflection is futile in itself. Emotions override facts. People with low awareness cannot distinguish between facts and opinions. Their biggest trait is that emotions always trump facts, and their position always comes before logic. These people are often brimming with confidence, yet lack basic logical training. They color the world with their emotions and draw conclusions about events based on prejudice. The result? Rational discussion turns into heated arguments. Structural analysis becomes, "Who do you think you are?" Raising questions becomes, "You're overthinking it." In the world of those with low awareness, there's no such thing as facts, only what I believe and who I dislike. This is what's truly awful. Defense through attack. A person without factual boundaries cannot be communicated with, guided, or changed. What's even more frightening is they like to substitute personal attacks for deep thinking. You're trying to deconstruct structure, they're questioning your character. You're discussing a social phenomenon. They attack your emotional intelligence. You say a certain phenomenon deserves reflection. They shoot back, "Do you have mental problems?" They never reflect on the issue itself. They only deflect the problem onto you. This isn't accidental, it's a defense mechanism. They cannot accommodate the cognitive shock brought by a complex world, so they can only attack the person raising the question to protect their fragile ego system. Simply put, if they can't understand it, they attack you. Dangerous echo chambers. In an increasingly complex world, these people will become a real social hazard. The most deadly aspect is they especially love forming cliques and echo chambers. An isolated person with low awareness isn't scary. What's scary is they like to gather together. Online, they create information silos. In chat groups, they manufacture rumors. And in real life, they form emotional support groups that mutually encourage each other's prejudices and ignorance. They don't verify. They don't think. As long as something looks right, they frantically share it and spread the resonance. So you'll see. A piece of positive-sounding nonsense worshipped as gospel, a fraudulent influencer venerated as a savior, a conspiracy theory video making millions into victims. What they're building isn't cognitive consensus, but collective hallucination brought by cognitive pollution. Confident ignorance explained. You can never wake someone pretending to sleep, nor can you wake someone who thinks they're fully awake. The harder you try to explain, the more arrogant they think you are. Eventually you'll understand. You're not communicating with a person, you're fighting their defense system. People with low awareness are frightening, not because of how foolish they are, but because their foolishness is self-consistent, closed off, and aggressive. The hardest thing to deal with isn't ignorance, it's confident ignorance. The most dangerous thing isn't incompetence, it's incompetent, yet radical energy. Protecting your energy. So how do you protect yourself? Avoid them. Don't invest, don't educate, don't entertain illusions. If you're still young, remember this. Don't waste your early years trying to reach consensus with people whose cognitive structure has collapsed. You're not a saint, nor are you someone who can patch up the sky. Don't use your limited energy trying to repair others' deep logical defects. Finally, remember, when facing people with low awareness, maintaining a bit of arrogance is necessary. This isn't contempt, it's clarity.